guys, Dr. Odom here. I want to thank you for joining me on this learning experience with you today. This month's Jelly Bean is about the difference between excellence and perfection and how to put it into action and become exceptional. In the first bite, or the first week's video, we learned what the actual difference between excellence and perfection was. And we learned that the main difference is how it makes you feel. The challenge for that week's Jelly Bean was to write down something that's making you frustrated or something that's making you bitter. And every day, look and see if you're better at it than you were the day before. The next week's Jelly Bean was about becoming exceptional. What is the path to becoming exceptional? Usually when most people think they're going to become exceptional, or if I were to ask you that, you think you have to do something grand or novel or come up or create something that's never been done before. When in actuality, we learned that you have to pass the small test to become exceptional. And we learned that's kind of hard. And that week's challenge was to make your family or your team or whoever you're doing these challenges with aware of the small tests when they arise, when we passed them, and when we failed them. That's a small test. Good job, we passed it. Or that's a small test. We got to make sure we do that. This week's Jelly Bean is going to touch on something that we spent a little bit of time on last week, and is why are the small tests so hard to do if they're so easy? That's what I want to talk about this week. We talked about it a little bit last week, and that is the recliner. I believe that people are addicted to comfort. There's lots of things you can become addicted to, but I believe every single person is addicted to comfort. And it's not necessarily lounge back and relaxing comfort. It's the mental comfort that we are super addicted to it. And here at IJB, we call that the recliner. So just imagine yourself sitting in the most plush, amazing recliner with your feet kicked up. And it's that type of recliner that totally sucks you into it while at the same time supports your back perfectly. I don't even know how that's possible, but you guys know the recliner that I'm talking about. But this recliner sounds amazing. It is, but it also comes with a trap. This particular recliner that totally sucks you in and supports you at the same time also has the remote control that you want like 3 feet away from you. And there's something on TV that you don't want to watch. How many of you guys have been in that situation where you want to change the channel or you don't want to watch something, you look for the remote and it's usually really close to you, but it's a couple feet away from you, and you're like, no, I'm good, I'm just going to sit here and watch the show I don't want to watch and daydream or something. That's the recliner. That's what we're addicted to. And the small tests are hard, but super easy. And the reason I believe that they're so hard is because they combat our mental comfort that we're addicted to. And that's what we got to figure out. How can we get over that hurdle? How can we get over that mental comfort that we are super in love with? We have to figure a way to get over that hurdle, that whatever that feeling is, or that thought that enters ahead, that when we reach for the remote and it's not where we normally have it and it's a couple of feet away, what clicks in our brain? What do we think? What are we feeling at that moment in time that's butting up against our brains? What's that feeling and emotion? We have to figure out what that is so we can learn how to combat it. So that way you can put some effort into and get out of the recliner, because getting out of the recliner is not easy. You have to push your way up like this and put your feet in and reach over and do that, and the recliner's totally sucking you in, so it's really hard to get out of. So it takes some effort. It takes more mental effort than physical effort, but we don't know how to physically work out if we don't know what we need to do. So this week's challenge, guys, is whenever a small test pops up and you feel yourself sinking deep down into the recliner, write down that feeling. Whatever you're feeling in your head, write it down. And then that way we can figure out how we can work out our mind so we can get over that mental hurdle, over that mental challenge and obstacle that's keeping us from becoming exceptional and having the greatest impact on the world that we can possibly have. This is Dr. Odom, guys. I love and appreciate you guys so much.